Hello traders, I will give you a quick glance at today's upcoming news and I will show you my views on British pound and last week's hype around pound and future of Britain and so what. So in today there are going to be two medium news of medium importance, I would say, because I don't see any news that are expected in several weeks ahead to be very important because everyone follows them. So first is Australian dollar cash rate and second is New Zealand dollar cash rate. I like those markets, that's why I'm paying slight attention to those news, because Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, especially against euro and pound, gives spectacular trends, and these are one of the best markets if you are trading currency trends. And of course, no farm payrolls would be on Friday, and everyone in the financial world are closely following them, but I am mostly ignoring them because if everyone follows it, that means no one follows it, and there will be nothing worthwhile to mention because everyone will say yes, no farm payrolls will be according to plan, now they will be slightly higher or slightly lower, and then what kind of reaction they might bring. So there are like 7 scenarios what will happen, but why to bother to forecast them? What will happen will happen. Your job as a trader is to capitalize on those trends that will prevail or that have already started, so do not bother yourself. But here is one interesting thing about markets that I want to show you now, and that is nothing more than pound. In last week I told you that pound collapsed at Sunday night Europe time, and no one actually knew why. Well, here are the news why. Now, vaguely speaking, apparently new financial minister and prime minister of Great Britain somehow messed up their budget and turned markets into panic mode because there were huge irregularities and exposures to bond markets, and if those risks, I wouldn't go here into details, but long story short, if those risks which markets seemed very high would prevail, then many of the pension funds be wiped out or something like that, and Bank of England was forced to intervene and stabilize bond markets. I know this explanation was a bit messy, but everyone as a financial columnist is saying their reasons why it happened and how could it happen and what were exposure to that and whatnot. But here's the important thing: if you are a trader, that information for you was almost useless. Why? Because if you see this event, this is like somewhere from Thursday to Sunday night, Friday to Sunday night. So this is like Friday, this is when the weekends markets are closed, and then Sunday night they open. Pound saw huge fall, and at that time no one had real viewpoints what is happening. Everyone just said, British pound is collapsing or what's happening. And then after the fact, everyone in the next morning knew that Bank of England intervened, stabilized the market, stabilized the markets, and so forth, so far, and sort of both bond markets in pound and pound itself sort of recovered and stabilized for a while. But here's the thing: no one knew what happened, and then trade was made, and after the fact people rationalized and put facts to see what's happening here. In trading, this information would be useless because it confirmed things that already have happened, but as a trader you have to react now. And what are my suggestions for that? As I'm saying, that real news is the ones you will never know. They will go out of the blue, and people will know what will happen only when it happens. So as a trader you have no real possibility to objectively anticipate that. Only thing you can do is react on trends, and precisely as I was saying week before, if you shorted pound, which you had to do because trend was downwards, you had made money on 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame for a while. This was short and good trade. Let's see daily trend. Daily trend was, as I see, you have trends here. excuse me for my messiness, but if you are looking at several charts, the whether it was 1 hour, 4 hour daily chart, trend was already down since here it was down since March, but other trends were down from weeks before that. This is August, and 1 hour it was 15th September, so you were already short. You were down using downtrend by very simple moving average indicator, and you couldn't bother what was happening. Your stop loss was here, your risk management was fine, and if something happens. This is trading, and what's importantly, you are making profits while there is profit, and managing your losses when you had losses. That's it that you have to do as a trader. You don't have to figure out the reasons behind incompetence of British government or actions from Bank of England or something like that, because everyone is doing that. There are tens of thousands or even more people who are trying to outsmart each other, but that's not your job. Your job is to look at your trading account, look at your risk management plan, and look how you are exploiting opportunities which are here. So simple as that. It sounds very simple, but in actual reality it's quite difficult to pull that out. It's simple, but it's not easy. That's the most basic recipe for trading success or investing success. You have to have plans which are very simple, easy to understand, easy to theoretically put into action, but actually it's really hard to execute them because they are going against human nature. Human nature here will be know what's happening here, what the reasons behind that, how extended this loss will be, whether that loss will recover and markets will stabilize or whatnot. But you don't know that. You don't have to know that. You don't have to bother yourself with those details. You have to exploit opportunities where there are, like here, and forget anything else except your risk management plan, and that's it. That's trading, what's all about. I hope I give you this thought in more orderly manner because it's rather difficult to explain it in the real trading conditions, but I hope I did my best. So stay tuned for my other videos. Till next time.